Ladies and gentlemen, ready for a thrilling pool battle. The coach, spotting Tudor's firm look, added a challenge and announced a new rule. Judy knows this opportunity is rare, so she doubles down on training, with her coach singing to help her keep the swimming rhythm, even if she still lands in last place. But Judy never gives up. She practices in the ocean when others rest, finally no longer lasts. All her efforts pay off. To welcome Auntie and his new friend and the arrival of the Australian women's swimming champion, the committee decided to host a special women's competition, and the coach was all in for Meg, hoping Judy wouldn't mess things up during the race. The race started, and Judy slipped, making a splash as she fell into the water, putting her behind all the other competitors. However, while everyone was focused on Meg, Judy quietly kicked it into high gear, moving from last place to third, and soon zoomed past her sister, claiming second place as the crowd erupted in cheers for her. Judy overtook the Australian champ to win, then, after quitting, dominated events, amassing countless titles. She even shattered world records multiple times. Her mom tossed her medals in front of Dad, brimming with pride, but Dad remained unfazed. In his eyes, girls should just find a good husband, get married, and have kids. One day, when Judy came home, she found a strange man lurking around. Turns out, Dad had set up a blind date for Judy, leaving her a bit baffled. Meanwhile, Mom discreetly suggested taking a stroll on the bridge after dinner with this guy. Just as the guy was about to introduce himself, they heard Meg's distressed screams from a distance. She was perilously clinging onto the railing. As Judy reached out, Meg yanked her down, and the guy panicked, rushing forward as he saw the sisters disappear beneath the water. At that moment, the sisters were laughing their heads off. Dad was furious, believing Judy had missed out on a good match. But soon, Judy had a life-changing opportunity when the president of the Olympic Committee came knocking. He wanted Judy to represent the USA in France. Judy was applying for the Paris Olympics, and if she won that gold medal, her life would be totally... Judy didn't know the president hoped the girls wouldn't win. On board, the coach became biased. The male athletes were free to swim and train on deck, while the girls were crammed into a tiny room. They weren't allowed to interact with the outside world. When the girls protested, the coach coldly claimed it was all for their safety. By the time the Olympics rolled around, the girls hadn't touched water in 3 whole weeks, but Judy still brought home a bronze medal. Back in NY, the boys hailed for national pride, while Judy watched enviously below as the women's team disbanded. When Judy got home, she found her trophies packed away, realizing Dad's intention was clear: give up swimming and return to a normal life. But unexpectedly, Meg was getting married. Judy knew she had a sweetheart, but his family was troubled. You really think Anderson would marry you, German girl? When Judy finally found Meg, she discovered that the man Meg was marrying wasn't some wealthy heir, but the butcher she hadn't even seen. You think they are not concerned about winning? The 2 girls got inspiration from a convenience store. We can't win. People don't want us to be heroes. They don't want us to be anything. Sorry about that, Judy. I've done my best, and my hero is you. Reality can be cruel, and in the end, Judy chose to compromise and return to her old life. She often stood on the beach daydreaming, watching other girls get carted off by police for showing their legs, wondering, is this really our At that moment, 3 little girls found Judy. Excuse me, are you Judy? Yes, I want to say. Because of you, they let me swim, and one day I want to be just like you. The girls' words touched Judy deeply. Turns out her efforts weren't in vain. Hope reignited in Judy as she saw challenge swim across the English Channel on the screen. And the slogan, only the strongest men can conquer this, sparked a fire in her. She believed that if men could do it, so could women. So she went to find her old coach, who was worried if Judy failed. They'd seize the event as an excuse to pull everything back. But what if I succeed? They had a serious problem. The next day, they sought the committee president to fund this challenge. Unsurprisingly, the president flat out refused, not believing Judy could pull it off. Furthermore, she didn't want to take the blame for a failure, rushing off to enjoy dinner in Jersey. But Judy refused to give up. If I see Mr. Sullivan, I won't understand. We'll swim from New York to Singapore. Are you going to swim in Singapore? 7 kilometers from New York to Lake Los Angeles. At that point, we'll make a deal. If I succeed, then the Olympics will cover all the costs. The channel, training, guarding boats, everything. Then we will sponsor you, and the dinner will be on me. As agreed, Judy appeared at the shore and dove right in. As night fell, President, grinning from ear to ear while glancing at his luxurious pocket watch, waited until dinner was finished, but Judy was nowhere to be seen. "Time's up. How was dinner, sir?" 2 hours and 56 minutes. You men will confirm the time. Judy successfully won the wager. As agreed, she and her coach enjoyed the sumptuous dinner, but the president wasn't convinced yet. So to prevent Judy from smoothly crossing the English Channel, he wouldn't let her bring her own coach. Instead, he assigned her the previous male coach. "If you don't agree, they won't fund you."